As part of the bidding preparation process, Namibia was presented with a total operational budget which is equivalent to 31,521,000 by the appointed Bid Technical Committee, which is now referred to BIDCO, in August 2022. It was the month when I joined the ministry. For the two countries' Bona operation, of which Namibia's 40% share was 12,608,000 as its contribution towards, among others, the acquisitions of services of lead consultant to pay for the production of a bid book and transport costs and other related costs. This process of procuring the services of a lead consultant was assigned to the Botswana Sport Commission's procurement unit to carry out with a closing date which was set of 13 March 2023 and a recommendation of the successful bidder to the respective accounting officer, that's now to the accounting officer of Namibia and Botswana, to be made on or before the 31st of March 2023. Due to factors beyond Namibia's control, this process was not concluded in March 2023, which resulted in the BIDCO team, which was caught off guard by the Confederation of Africa Football CAF with the announcement of 12 April 2023 that the bidding process of AFCON 2027 is officially open and interested countries have 42 days from the date of announcement to submit their bids to CAF on the 23rd of May 2023. The process of procuring a lead consultant was in a fast manner was arranged by the BIDCO team that's now in Botswana to be finalized on the 15th of April 2023. And during the bid adjudication process that were facilitated by the Botswana National Sport Commission's procurement unit, it emerged that Namibia's component for the cost of these services had exponentially increased from the initial approved budget of 7.6 million, that's now the Namibian portion was 7.6 million, to 46 million. I'm just trying to round off, I don't want to go through the cents. Namibia's 40% contribution now, if you can, like I said, originally it was 7.6 million. But when we were given now with the revised figure, it jumped to 46 million, which brought to the total amount of 116 million. You can now see. The amount which was agreed originally was 19 million. That's what we agreed with Botswana. That time it was 19 million, of which now 7.6 is ours, and then the balance was in Botswana. But when the revised amount was given to us, ours jumped from 7.6 to 46 million. Therefore, the Ministry of Sport, Youth and National Service will not commit the government of the Republic of Namibia under these new conditions without approval from Cabinet first and from Ministry of Finance and Public Enterprises for the additional of more than 38 million within a limited period of time before the due date of 20th of April. Like I said, if you look at the time was very short, and like I said, the amount was really way too much for us even to contemplate. The second major determining factor was the report of the facility audit that took place during the period of the 1st of January 2023 to 23 February 2023. My apology. The facility audit was aimed at determining the gap analysis between the current and proposed facilities environment and the requirements to meet the minimum Confederation of African Football standard. The report of the audit revealed that Namibia required an estimated amount of around 4.8 billion to upgrade its existing competition stadia. That time, the facility audit highlighted 3 stadiums, the one in Independence Stadium, the one at the coast, and then Oshakati. So plus now the training facilities. So So we were supposed already now to have a budget of around 4.8 billion already that time to upgrade these existing facilities so that they can meet the CAF requirement. In addition to that, in addition to us having 4.8 billion, an estimated amount was also given for us to make sure that in order to upgrade other facilities like the airports, the roads, the hotels, IT and broadcasting facilities, we were informed that we need to factor that 4.8 or to multiply 4.8 billion by 2.5, meaning that we are saying that in order for us to host this successfully, we needed to have around 12 billion. You can now see how the numbers were just changing. So therefore, the determining factor was also that we also look at the timelines, the bidding process, as I said, which was announced by CAF as follows on the 12th of April 2023. The 20th of April was a due date for submission of CAF declaration of interest. And this is very, very important because of the agreement we have with Botswana, and Botswana could have gone ahead and signed on our behalf if we did not show our decision by that time. This was very critical for Namibia to respond timely before this due date. Failure to do that, it would have resulted in Botswana signing the appointment of the lead consultant, binding Namibia to the lead consultant service agreement. I remember that time when the Honorable Minister sent out the letter, many of our own people were laughing at us because they didn't know the background. They were saying Namibia is chickening out, but this was really the issue. No, we could not commit the country, from 7 million to 46 million without, going through. And that's why we were trying to beat this deadline. That's why Honorable Minister, then Honorable Tongariro, sent out that letter, and then it leaked. And it was all over the media, and people were making a mockery of Namibia. But you see now, these are the issue. So the other reason was that on the 25th of April 2023 was again a deadline given by CAF to send hosting documents to interested countries. Meaning after you have given the declaration to CAF interest form, then now the next 25th of April, CAF was going to send hosting country documents for those countries are interested, and that's why we need to act very fast. Then on the 23rd of May 2023 was a due date for interested countries to submit a final bidding document and hosting documentation to CAF. So the time was very, very, very tight. And therefore, it was very, we felt it was very correct for us to act and opt out and to save government this type of cost, which we think it was very unjustified. And then it was also said there in the timeline that from 1st of June to 15th of July 2023, those are the dates which were set by CAF for inspection team to visit the bidding countries. So you can really see the time was really not on our side, with due respect. Therefore, the deadline of 20th April, as I said before, for prospective bidders to formally declare interest was too short a notice, considering, especially to Namibia, I'm not talking about Botswana, I'm talking about Namibia, considering the NMO's financial implications we have outlined above, as I said before. Hence, this ministry was not in a position to commit the government of the Republic of Namibia without prior approval for additional funding from the Ministry of Finance and Public Enterprises by being the party to the signing of the Declaration of Interest. Because if we let that happen, we could have been now in big trouble. Having taken all the above factors into consideration, the Ministry of Sport, Youth and National Service was left with no option but to give notice of termination of the joint AFCON 2027 bid preparation memorandum of agreement with the Republic of Botswana. When it comes to financial implications, because that's also one of the biggest questions people are asking me, out of the total operational budget which was assigned to us by the BIDCO has a total budget, here I'm talking about Namibia, of 31 million. Namibia's portion of that was around 12 million. The ministry only spent, this water is very, very important, the ministry only spent 3.4 million on operational expenses and 1.2 million on the facility audit. The 1.2 million, $1,288,090.93 That's the money which we sent to Botswana Sport Commission. That's the only money which came from Namibia went to Botswana, the Botswana account. Colleagues, with those few words, I leave up to you to ask for questions. So the documentation I have to prove how much money we transferred to Botswana, if there's any request. So really, that's where we end.